This is part 3 of a 3-part video series showing you how to install 3 different operating systems on a Macintosh computer. Part 3 will show you how to install Ubuntu Linux onto your Mac. Starting from part 2 and continuing on, once Windows is installed, you will put in your Ubuntu disk, restart the computer. Your refit screen will come up and you will select your Ubuntu disk just as you did with your Windows disk. Your Ubuntu screen should come up as you have seen on the video so far. It will take a little bit of time to load the Ubuntu, as it will try and load the entire operating system first, because you have the option on the Ubuntu disk to either run from CD or install from your computer. Once your selection comes up, you will want to select Install Ubuntu. Once you install, in order to speed up the process, I recommend making sure that you do not connect to the internet or download the updates while you're installing. You will want to install third-party software if you have any aftermarket or devices where they have third-party Linux drivers, such as AMD or NVIDIA. The next selection is allocated drive space. You're going to want to select section number 3, something else, and click forward. Now, since we are installing on one drive, you're going to be looking for the device partition that is marked DEV/SDA3. If you recall, we made this partition in part 1 when we were in OS X. Once you have found SDA3, you will select it, and if you hit the Install Now button, you will get an error message that states that no root directory has been selected. You will then want to reselect SDA3 and hit Change. Once the option screen comes up, you're going to want to partition using ext4 journaling file system. You're going to want to checkmark format the partition, and your mount point will be the root directory, and so you just click /. Once you have done this, you'll hit OK. Device for bootloader also is important. You're going to want to put the bootloader or the grub on DEV-SDA3. This way it will not interfere with your Windows installation and will be a totally separate installation from OS X and Windows 7. Once this is done, you'll click Install Now. If you have enough RAM, you do not need to have the swap partition, enough RAM being 4 gigs or more. Once you hit Next, you can type in your time zone while Ubuntu is running in the background installing. Your next step, obviously, is to set your keyboard layout. And then your username, computer username, and password if you would like one. Linux will require you to put a password into the system. You can't get by without doing it. It will require it. Once you've done this, it will ask you if you want to import any accounts. You do not want to select anything so that you have a clean installation. Now all you'll need to do is sit back and let Ubuntu install onto the system. Once finished, You'll hit restart now and Ubuntu will shut down. You'll see a whole bunch of code in the background, and it will finish cleaning up the installation files. Once the installation files are finished, you will see an icon that says please remove installation media and close the tray, and then press enter. Once this is done, the system will power back up, your refit screen will come on, and you will see your 3 operating systems, Apple, Ubuntu, and Windows displayed. At this point, you have completed your installation of all 3 operating systems. I hope you've enjoyed these videos and hope that you are able to come to Micro Center soon. Thank you and have a great day. This is part 3 of a 3-part video series showing you how to install 3 different operating systems on a Macintosh computer. Part 3